Hey y'all, this is Jeff again. It's a beautiful sunny morning. Thank the Lord, no rain. I was making the trek out to the road to check the garbage, and the trash company didn't pick it up again. And it's a quarter mile from my house to the road. But it's a wonderful walk on a day like this. But it's one I won't be making for very much longer. In past videos, I've talked about how we're going to be relocating and doing some things for the Lord that are going to change the way we've lived, at least geographically, not how we relate to the Lord or other people. But anyway, it's just a interesting, beautiful day. Very strange living on a farm with no animals. There's still some birds here because the people who came to pick up the birds couldn't catch them. So I told them I would put the geese in a pen for them this weekend. But anyway, just a beautiful sunny day. And something to remember, the scripture says that tears may last through the night. David wrote this. But joy comes in the morning. And boy, on a day like this, you can really kind of picture what David was talking about, right? When he had a lot of things that generated tears. And I apologize, the geese saw me, so they're vocalizing because they really are vocal. And anyway, you girls, what are you doing? But David was going through a lot of stuff. Man, he went through being caught in his sin. He went through a son, Absalom, who just really went off the right path and actually was killed. He went through the death of his little son because of his sin, and yet he was able to write that even though you may have tears in the nighttime, that joy will come in the morning. And I talk to people about this all the time. People say, well, how in the world can you have joy? Oops, can't walk that way, full of water. How can you have joy when you have so many tragedies in your life? And the answer to that is, there's only one way. That's God in Jesus. David knew that. He knew that only in God can there be joy. I mean, think about a tragedy that maybe you've had or someone close to you has had, right? Think about how in the natural those things are just not conducive of joy. Boy, I have friends that have gone through some horrible stuff, and I've gone through some stuff. But there's joy in the morning when you have God. And why is that? Well, because you live your life with the knowledge and understanding that this is not your final destination. I remember serving on active duty in the military, being deployed overseas, and you might get deployed to some really crummy place, right? Or some weird place. And you're thinking, man, this place is horrible. Or these circumstances are horrible, right? There's a bunch of people here that maybe they don't like you, or maybe they're trying to kill you, or maybe they, don't know what in the world you're doing there. And you're thinking, man, I know I'm here to do something, a mission, but man, this is just um, not a good thing. But you always have in the back of your mind, you know what, man, I'll be going home, right? And people get something called short timers attitude, where you're due to rotate out, or your assignment's going to be over, or your deployment's going to end, and you get to go back home. You get to see your family. You get to see the things that you love and the people that you love. That's the same kind of attitude that we as followers of Jesus should have. There's some wonderful things here on the earth. And just like if you go somewhere overseas, or maybe even to a place that's hostile, there's going to be some beautiful stuff there, right? Everywhere on the earth has some things that are beautiful. But ultimately that you want to go back home. The old Wizard of Oz, Dorothy clicking her red heels together saying, there's no place like home, there's no place like home, right? That's what we Christians need to be saying. There's no place like home. And that home is in heaven. That doesn't mean, again, we shouldn't enjoy our time here. We shouldn't be a blessing to others. And we shouldn't receive the blessings of God while we're here. Of course we should. We're to be an example, right? But there's no place like home. So keep that in mind today. Bless you. May the Lord keep you, and love y'all.